Chris was the life of the party. Like when he walked into the room, you could tell that he was there. He was a big brother, he had a fiance, he was a dad-to-be. So he had so much going for him, he had a lot of potential, which makes this tragedy all the more worse. One of my favourite memories actually is we went to a party. I walked past him because I literally didn't see him at that time, and he obviously tapped me and I turned around and he just gave me the biggest bear hug, and he just picked me up to the point where my feet left the ground. But in that hug, you could tell that it was like, he didn't have to say that he appreciated me. So I was in my office, I was doing some work, some admin, and then my friend sent me an article on Instagram that someone had been shot and killed in Streatham. And then he put Chris with a lot of question marks. Like, why are you putting question marks? Is this Chris? I just remember just crying and crying and crying and crying. It just seemed so cruel. Like, it didn't make sense as to why that would have happened to him. And I had so many questions.
I know we lost the Queen, but we lost the young king as well. No justice, no peace. No justice.
We've had limited contact with the Met. As you can imagine, there's a police officer under investigation. They can't really say much. With the IOPC, they've just been, I don't think they've been necessarily helpful. A lot of questions that we're asking are going unanswered, and even when they do answer them, the answers are pretty vague. So yeah, it hasn't been the best experience for me or my family. So literally these are our three next demands, because we've moved on from that. We wanted him suspended, he's suspended. We wanted a timeline. We got a timeline, even though we're not happy for it. And we're going to see the body cam footage. So our next three demands is, one, did the officer know who Chris was when they shot him? Because there's this question whether he was following the car or whether he was following Chris, and that's not really clear as of this point. If they can't answer this question, can they give the reasons? Because I feel like this is a very, very important question. Two, the officer who shot Chris, we believe he must be interviewed under caution as soon as possible. And finally, we want a charging decision within weeks and not months. This investigation shouldn't take 6 to 9 months. 6 to 9 months for me, that lacks urgency.
Chris Kaba! Chris Kaba! Justice! When do we want it? Now! What do we want? Justice! When do we want it? Now!
I'm feeling this whirlwind, like this whirlwind of emotions where I'm grieving for my cousin. But the public support has lifted my spirit, you know, and it's made us as a family feel appreciated and valued and loved. As much as it's a tragic story, I think the togetherness and the unity and the solidarity that has been shown to the family is something that's beautiful.